Okay, we got the clamp piece made. You can see that or not. That's the shim laid on top of it. We'll use that dowel to locate it in the lathe whenever we put it on the faceplate. So I've decided to go ahead and fly cut the bottom of this thing here. It's all wavy and stuff, so we're going to take a light cleanup on it with the fly cutter here. Just to like clean up, this will be the side that sets against the faceplate. Most of the time this old extruded aluminum is not very flat, so just so it'll set real good on the faceplate. That's the only reason for this. It's always best, if you can, whenever you're using a big cutter like this, you can start from the right and go to the left, because it'll throw the chips away from you. If I was to take a cut up there, it'd be slinging the chips back at me, so that's the reason I do this like this. Okay, that's pretty good. We got it cleaned up. Milled nice and flat. That'll be good. I'm gonna go to set it on the faceplate over there. So the next thing, I think we'll transfer some holes off the faceplate. Okay, here's the part we just used the fly cutter on the mill, and what we're going to do is we're going to center it up on here, kind of like this. We're going to use some transfer punches. Find us a transfer punch, the right size for these slots, and we'll transfer these holes. Looks like it might be that one right there. Might work out pretty well. Maybe. We'll go ahead and use that one. I think that'll work out good. That's a transfer punch. If you guys don't know what that is, it's got a point ground on the center of it, and these come in drill sizes, and these are 2,000, supposed to be 2,000ths under a drill size, and they allow you to transfer the location of your holes. So because this is, I don't really know, or I guess I could figure out what that hole pattern was if I wanted to, but this will be a pretty sure way of doing this. So we'll just lay this down with the milled side up. We'll flip this faceplate over, kind of eyeball the center. I'll use a scale, scale it. Looks like about 2 1/4. About 2 1/4 that way. A little better than 2. Looks pretty good. Now, take our transfer punch and just kind of eyeball that about where we want it in the slot. Doesn't look too bad. We'll lightly do that. We don't want to move it. We don't want to move the part. Trying to think about having enough room for a washer. I think that'll be pretty good. Now, mark these locations with a Sharpie. That's one of them there. One of them there, there, and there. Center punch them, take them to the drill press, drill and tap them, and then we'll bolt it on that faceplate, and we'll go to the lathe and we'll face off this other side, and we'll put us a reference hole in the center. And then we'll start seeing about where we think we can put some clamps. Clamp the other piece down. That's what's next. Okay, so I got the plate drilled and tapped. I got it mounted on the faceplate. Got the faceplate on the lathe. We're going to take a skim cut on here to clean this up. We'll drill and ream us a 1/4 inch hole in there so we can set it back up. And then we'll start laying out for some clamp holes. So here we go. Take a light skim pass on that. Give us a good true surface to work with. Okay, that ought to do it. Now we'll put the spot drill back in that I used earlier. 3/4 under 1/4 inch drill bit. Put a 1/4 inch reamer in. Which later on we'll change this hole. It's going to be a tap for a 5/8 or a 1/2 inch tap. But we need this hole for a reference so we can come back and add some holes. So we can get it lined back up on the lathe kind of the way we'd like it. May not be completely necessary, but that's just the way we're going to do it. Okay, I think that'll take care of that. I think we'll go ahead and mark, put us a mark on that faceplate as to which way's up. Make it a little easier to put back on there, maybe. Take that off. Start laying out some holes. Okay, there it is. Face that off. We've got a nice reference hole there now. So now we can got the part off the faceplate, got it back in the mill here. We're going to put some tapped holes in it. Got our dowel hole that we just reamed on the lathe, got it picked up, 0 set on the readout. So now we'll go ahead and put in some 3/8 taps and some and 3 locating dowels. So I think we'll start with the 3/8 taps. See where they come out. Alright, looks like they're going to be 1/7/68 off of center. So X, 1768. Up in Y, 1768. Okay. Set the Z up. Down in Y, 1768. Yeah. Over in X. On 768. Alright, now I think while we got the spot drill in there, we'll go ahead and put us 3 locating dowels in. We'll go ahead and center drill for those. So it looks like the first one's going to be 860 in X. Okay, and 2 inches 322 in Y. Okay. 860 in X and 2 inches 322 in Y. Yep. Okay. The next one's going to be straight across here at 860 again. My readouts are backwards. Okay. 860 and 32 inches 322. Y 860. And then I'll go 2 inches 322 in X. Okay, and now again, let's just kind of put this in there. Alright, that looks good. I think while we're here, let's go ahead and drill the dowel holes. Well, 15/64. Alright, 860. And then up 2 inches 322. 860. Alright, we're reaming those. Slow that reamer down to about 600 or so. Put a little cutting roll on it. Let me fill that up just a little bit. Don't like to put too much in there in case I spill it. Let me move you around here just a little bit. There we go. All right. Pretty fast feed on that reamer. Just kind of run it in there, kind of feel it, how much it needs. Okay. 860 and Y. All right. Okay, that's the reamed holes. Drill and tap these for 3/8. Use a 5/16 drill. We'll speed that up a little bit. Alright, that was a 1" 7/68. Okay. Put a little hole on it. Sure I'm drilling at the right size. Alright. 1/7/68. Get that fuzz off of there. Put an extra set of holes in here. I don't think we'll need them. I only made 2 clamps, but while I was here, I had to put 4 holes in there. Well, if I get on the lathe and I decide I want to make a couple extra clamps, I won't have to pull this back off. I already have the tap holes there for it. Okay, chamfer those, and we'll go ahead and tap them right there, and that'll be it for that. Run this chamfer about a little bit bigger than 3/8. That'll work out pretty good right there. Now we'll put a tap in. Slow it down. Might raise the knee up. That's good. Cutting oil on there. Always like to clean that tap off before I go to the next hole. Don't like to see any chips hanging around on it. Alright. On is 768. Put some more cutting oil on. chips off of it. Alright, move down to the next one. Better get that going in the right direction. More cutting oil. Let me zoom you back here a little bit. It's a little better view of the whole setup. Alright, move on over to 1X768. Chips off of it. And that's it. It's tapped. We'll take it out. Run the chamfer through it. That thing will be ready to go back on the lathe. Okay, there it is.